The story of my path to becoming a children's book author. How my sons sparked my journey. At the ripe age of 46, I unexpectedly found my calling as an author of children's books. Since then, I've penned 13 mystery, adventure, and spy tales for middle grade readers. This transition wasn't mapped out as part of a grand career blueprint, nor was it a midlife crisis turning me towards an unfulfilled dream. It stemmed from a deep desperation I experienced while sitting on the floor of my son's hospital room. Let me first emphasize that fatherhood has been my most profound joy. From the beginning, despite facing numerous challenges, our home has thrived on love, laughter, and hope, all of which have been indispensable. My initial dream was to write for the silver screen. Post-film school, my wife Denise, my college love, and I moved to Florida. I got my start in children's television, even writing comedy sketches for Disney Channel's Mickey Mouse Club. The plan was to transition to Los Angeles to pursue work in sitcoms, a hope we held on to tightly. During our 20s, life was full of exciting possibilities for our young family, with our two sons, Alex and Grayson, at the center. However, concerns loomed about Alex's developmental delays. He spoke few words and stopped engaging with toys or responding to his name. It was 1995, and the term autism was still uncommon. Alarms were raised when an instructor and an audiologist pointed to autism as a potential cause, but our pediatrician dismissed the notion. Still, we chose to stay in Florida, surrounded by family and a close-knit support system, postponing our move to California. While employed at Nickelodeon, I discovered a passion for writing for children. Around that time, Alex lost his speech completely and was then diagnosed with autism. We invested in every possible therapy that might help him. But as a nonverbal child, Alex found it hard to communicate. Despite the challenging journey, our family remained his comfort zone, and we opted to prioritize his well-being over career ambitions. As Nickelodeon wound down its Florida productions, I found myself adapting once more, producing TV shows and cartoons that I could handle from Orlando, keeping stability for Alex as the priority. It wasn't until a family trip to Philadelphia that we discovered a new heart-wrenching aspect of Alex's condition. He was having nighttime seizures. These seizure episodes escalated to a point where he experienced up to 15 per day, drastically impacting his development. When Alex was 12, I secured a stable, full-time position with the Golf Channel that offered benefits and flexible hours. This boon allowed my wife and I to juggle caregiving and work, keeping our family afloat through dedication and love. Financial strains loomed large, but I discovered that moonlighting as a writer, creating chapter books based on TV shows or Disney movie novelizations under pseudonyms, could ease the financial burden. This side gig opened my eyes to a new potential career, facing the milestone of Alex turning 22, after for which he'd require round-the-clock care. My wife and I faced a dilemma. A brainstorming session led to a creative, albeit daunting idea that I would care for Alex during the day and pursue writing at night. It seemed impossible, but it was the only plan we could fathom. Out of this challenging period, the seeds of my Dead City trilogy were sown. While Alex was undergoing a 96-hour EEG in the hospital to monitor his seizures, I sat by his side, writing stories to bring hope and joy to young readers. My family and I navigated this new venture together, and it flourished into my career. Today, as a full-time children's author, I am grateful for the path Alex led me down. The stories I write are his legacy, and through them, he continues to touch the lives of families facing similar struggles. alongside touching letters I receive from parents who find solace in reading my books during challenging times, I'm continually reminded of his impact. Alex remains my inspiration, my hero, and my guiding light. Even years after his passing, his influence continues to shine brightly through every story I pen.